to the new Madison Middle School. We have a very short program that will start out with our color guard and our band, and we have Mr. Reiger will speak and I'll speak, and then it's your building, it's your night. You're going to go in and see, feel, touch the building. So it isn't going to be very long, but be patient with us, and please be attentive of the band and the flag and the color guard. So without further ado, at this point in time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Christy May and our Madison High School band playing God Bless America. Will you please be quiet? Thank you. The American Legion Post 1 to 12 color guard, and our band will be doing a presentation of colors. Thank you. We would like to follow that up on Madison High School band play our national anthem.
Look at the flag. Thank you very much. All right, two more speakers and we're in the building. And I'd like to, at this time, it's with great pleasure that I introduce to you a friend of mine and the president of the Madison Local School District Board of Education, longtime resident, big supporter and advocate of all the schools here, and one of the key reasons we're here today, Mr. Rex Reiger. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Roger. Welcome, everyone. And it's a beautiful day in Madison. What do you say? Today is one of the reasons I believe that the United States is one of the greatest countries in the world when its small town like Madison will vote for its children for decades to come. And that's all on you, and we thank you. Thank you, Madison. Give yourself a round of applause. 3 years ago, I remember Roger and Angela and I were standing out in this nursery going, this is where we're going to build a school, huh? Well, here we are. And many meetings and many moments have been to this building. You're going to be doing the things that we've been saying lately. Wow, incredible, beautiful, amazing. Because this is one of the best schools not only in Ohio, but in the United States. On top of that, you have a school system that's rated excellent with distinction. And with this faculty, in this building, I will put our middle school against any middle school in the country as one of the best. And you're going to see it for your own eyes in just a few minutes. And that's a credit to the teachers that are here on their own time, and for you people being supportive of our schools. You deserve another hand for that. Thank you. All right, when you go in here, I don't want to give it all away, but there's some beautiful things in here. Roger's going to go over some of the things, and I just want to say, most of the classrooms are up front. But right now you are in the parent drop-off only. In the back is the bus drop-off only. When the building is closed, you have to walk through the office visibly to get in the building. So those are some of the safety things that I'm really proud of our building. We have a breakfast drop-off in the morning. You just give out your code number, you get a breakfast if you want before even school starts. We have one of the most beautiful gyms, an all-purpose room that I think we can call a wrestling room now. In the junior high. No more wrestling in the cafeteria. I'm all about that. There are many safety things in this school that will catch your eye. But one thing I want to tell you health-wise, it's always on my mind. It's air conditioned. And we recirculate the air 7 times per hour. There's fresh air in the classrooms. So there's going to be a lot less sickness and things like that in our schools. Now, without further ado, I have to introduce our board. I'm pleasure to introduce our board, not have to. First of all, 2 icons in the community, Steve and Dave, come on up front. Steve Baldwin, Dave Albert, 2 former board members. Way back in 2006, I wasn't even on the board at that time. These guys planted the seed. Dave was one of our presidents of the board at the time, and Steve was facilities chair in 2006. And in 2008, he did something to me that I didn't know was going to happen. He says, Rex, I want you to be facilities chair. Well, 5 years later, Steve, this is it. And thank you. So let's have a hand for Steve Baldwin and Dave Albert. And now your present board, which is, we have always said the board will never hold up the project. So we've had to meet at 7:30 in the morning, special meetings on notice call, we've had presentations, things to read. And the board has never held up the project. I'm so proud of them. First of all, our newest board member, Kelly Tromba. Finishing up her first term, Michelle Hayes. A board member for 25 years. He says he has 25 more to go. Jay Fabian. Your board vice president, and also probably the board member that was the driving force for that bond issue in 2010, that we would not be here if it did not pass. Jacqueline Asbell. Finally, it's a great pleasure to introduce to you not only a friend of mine, but a person I met 4 some years ago. And he didn't live in Madison today, now he lives in Madison. He lives, breathes, and loves Madison. He is your superintendent. He's passionate about our schools. And he will do anything to enhance this community to make it the best school system in the state. Dr. Roger Gotti.
Your decision.
to the voters. This is the result of that. You made the right decision. You made the decision for the kids of this community. Thank you. Community at that time said they want their buildings on time and under budget. Well, school starts on Tuesday. All 4 buildings are ready to go. So all you kids out there, Tuesday if it gets going, we're on time. Under budget. Under budget, we took to an extreme. We're way under budget. We are so far under budget that we were able to renovate the Northern Middle School into an elementary, all new furnishings, heating, air conditioning, carpeted all the floors, and we're still under budget. In addition to that, because of some few Scoobies, we got about $9 million worth of zero interest bonds. If you listen to this, I want your parents to hear it. Young folks, if you can be quiet for a second, your parents need to hear this. Hold on. Excuse me. This is important because I want people in the community to know this. We got zero interest bonds. We got Build America bonds. And because of that, we're going to pay this building off much earlier than we expected because we're not paying interest on $9 million worth of bonds. Thanks to a lot of these folks up here. 691 days ago, on a wagon, a hay wagon. I've never done a groundbreaking in my life on a hay wagon, but I did a groundbreaking on a hay wagon here 691 days ago, September 1st, 2011, about where the gymnasium sits now. And at that time, you asked us, the parents in this community said, we want local people to work on this job. We want local people. I can assure you, from showing you the payroll slip, we had a lot of Madison folks, Madison Township, Madison Village, and a lot of Madison graduates. Every time we walked through these buildings, there were all kinds of Madison people working on these buildings. So we did that for you. You said you wanted functional, practical buildings. When you walk through here, you're going to see these aren't Taj Mahals. They're very practical, functional buildings. And they're also safe and secure. They have security entrances in all 4 buildings, video surveillance, electronic monitoring, state-of-the-art fire systems, design features to enhance visibility, segregated bus drop-off and parent drop-off, and a remote monitoring system connected directly to the police department. So if there is a problem, they have direct access to the links to our cameras. You said you wanted buildings that can be used by the community. Well, I'm telling you right now, within the first 2 weeks of school, I hope I come up here on Saturdays and Sundays and see people wrestling, playing basketball, using the cyber cafes, in the cafetorium where it has full featured stage with design lighting and everything else. We want the community to use our facilities. They're your facilities. And a small thing about academics, 4 years ago, we were an effective district. 3 years ago, we were excellent. 2 years ago, we were excellent. Last year, we were excellent with distinction. So what's the Ohio Department of Education in the state of Ohio do? They changed the rating scale. They must think, well, Madison can't be on top, so we need to change the scale. Scores came out yesterday on Ohio Achievement Test, and the rating is now A through F. Madison is an A. We now have state-of-the-art facilities, wireless technology, cyber learning, and enhanced communication systems. But what's most important, we still have the teachers that got us there. We have the greatest teaching force in the state of Ohio. I said that when I got here, and now they have the best facilities to work in. Your kids will get an excellent education here, thanks to the teachers. Let Let me say one more thing about your teachers. We moved about 9,000 boxes this summer between building supplies and everything else. These teachers have been in here the last 2 weeks on their own time, moving that stuff, unboxing it, putting up bulletin boards to be ready for your kids on Tuesday. Let's hear it for our teachers. At this point in time, and again, at this point in time, we have a recognition from my wife, from Congressman, David Joyce, who did not make it today. I'd like this time Mr. Tom Brady and Allison Aber, please come forward. We'd like to present to you the certificate from the Congress of the United States that you can display in your building. Okay, our last few comments have to do with people. And the people behind me, the board, the central administration, your assistant superintendent, Angela Smith, Katie Thompson, special education, Matthew Smith. Who else we have back here? Pat Smith. Pat Smith and a bunch of students moved 9,000 boxes this summer, and that I know of, didn't lose one. Let's hear it for those folks. Also back here, he was back here, we had the guy that was interim before I came here. This stuff wouldn't be possible if he wasn't here. Dr. Matt Chinaki, he was the interim superintendent and assistant superintendent for my first 2 years that I was here. Okay, now I want to bring this guy up because he's wearing Madison blue. Dennis Kaplan. If you don't know, Madison folks paid 51% of everything that was built. The Ohio Schools Facility Commission paid 49%. So 49 cents on every dollar was paid for by the Ohio Schools Facility Commission. Folks, this is the 10th and 11th building I've built. And this man next to me has probably built 100 buildings. But because of him, the things we were able to do in this project are absolutely incredible. We will eternally be indebted to this man for his support to the Madison community. Dennis Kaplan from Ohio Schools Facility Commission. Let's put it up for him. And he's wearing Madison blue, so I think they didn't get him a little bit. Again, thank the teachers, thank the board, the architects, construction manager, and I can't forget my wife and family because I'm still married, still have kids, surprisingly after all the stuff we've been doing here. But anyway, tonight is your night. Tonight is your night. So we're on the final thing right now. We are going to do our ribbon cutting. When we do the ribbon cutting, tonight isn't parent conferences. Tonight is you to go in and see your new building. So we're going to do ribbon cutting on 3. Everybody up here? Okay, on 3, we're going to cut the ribbon. Open your new Madison Middle School. 1, 2, 3.